Okay. Give me 1 minute, everybody. My YouTube is being fucking weird again. Well, actually, all of my devices are acting fucking weird. So, give me a second. I cannot see y'all's messages or. There we go. Hopefully y'all can't see this. Or hear this, I mean. So, today, I have been getting videos about the Lone Star ticks rapidly spreading in America. Hello, Moldy Pancakes. But they spread a disease. If they bite you, they spread a disease called alpha gout. And if you get that disease, you cannot eat any red meats or dairy products. Basically meaning you cannot eat your main source of nutrients. It is one scary because now it is like rapidly spreading, and they also are more active during April through September, and they actively chase humans. And people have also been finding boxes of them in their fields. It, like, all over the place in America. And the conspiracies are that Bill Gates is doing all this because they want us to eat manufactured meat, or not manufactured, but lab-grown meat. Basically saying that we, on average, eat too much meat as humans. And the government has also been pushing more of the go vegan shit on us. Let's see. There we go. Better angle. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't doubt that it's the government either doing all this. Especially since who we have in office is a rapist, a pedophile, and probably a baby eater too. this to many people, but well, I did tell this to a couple of people, but I used to be a Trump supporter when I was younger. I am not proud of that fact, not at all, but I now understand the fact that he's not a good person at all. Give me 1 second, I'm trying to figure something out so that I can see stream chat. Because my phone's acting absolutely fucking horrible to me right now. It's like my phone hates me. Also, if y'all get mad at me for getting too political, I'm obviously an alternative content creator, and we are about politics a lot of the time. It's not just fashion. So don't get mad at me for getting too political. Especially if you're in my stream and you are a highly right-sided person. Give me 1 second. I'm going to read a thing about those ticks so that y'all are more informed about them. Also, there are essential oils that will, my candle's almost out. There's essential oils that will prevent them from getting on your skin or biting you. Lime, or lemon lime, or whatever it was that they said it was. Lavender, and oak wood, I think it was. No, cedar wood. Cedar wood is what it was. Okay. By the way, I don't know if I said it already, these ticks are called Lone Star ticks. So, if you want to go look them up yourself, you can. I'm seeing if I can find a definition on here of them. Stream for anybody who's watching, feel free to chat if you want to, and ask questions, give suggestions, I don't mind it. The Lone Star tick, an aggressive reddish brown tick, common in the eastern and southern U.S. Adult females are identified by a single white spot on their back, while nymphs and adults are known for actively hunting hosts. They carry several illnesses, including alpha-gal syndrome, a red meat allergy, ehrlichiosis and Heartland virus. And these little fuckers are small. Like maybe the size of an ant. Especially at adult ants. They're not like the size of a regular tick that you may see. Honestly, why are ticks even a thing anymore? Like, we don't need them. They're not needed for anything. They don't contribute to anything in the ecosystem. They're just here to basically kill us humans off, is what I feel. Just what I feel, but I don't fucking know. One second. I need to fix this right here because there is. As I was saying about these ticks, make sure to wear good length clothing and bright colors so that you can see where they are on your body. Make sure to check your entire body when you come inside from being outside, and just stay safe. Honestly, I don't want to get an allergic reaction to red meats. And I also saw a video earlier today, or right before I started the stream, that there are now there was a video leaked about the government talking to each other and saying that they were released. Not specifying what they were. But the government never really specifies anything to us anymore, does it? We're just stuck here guessing what it is. this at night? Short war story. By the way, sorry for abruptly starting the stream like that. What was I gonna say again? Fuck. Sorry for abruptly starting the stream like that. Before when I was trying to start my other stream, my YouTube was acting weird and wouldn't let me resume the stream that I had already started. And I had to literally restart my app and everything. So I had to also make a new stream. And it was after I was done sharing the stream to a couple of my friends. Give me a second. I will not see any of y'all's comments. Yes, I know they act as a food source in the wild, but the diseases they carry make it hard to believe that they're a food source for animals. Yeah, chickens can eat up to 300 or something in 30 minutes. By the way, sorry, trying to put on some music. Got hot glue on my finger, it burns. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, back to the stream chat. Chickens are usually good at different deterrent for ticks and also hoping red that says Ah, thank you. Well, what I read it on my side, it says southern, southeastern U.S. I read it as southern by accident. But thank you for the correction. Now back to the actual video, because I like to. What am I trying to think of? I like to read stories on Reddit and other places to just like talk about it and laugh about some of the stuff. I actually read a couple of funny stories last night about the fact that somebody went to get an STD checkup or check to see if he had STDs or not. And he, mind you, this is a stream that's not meant for kids, so I will say this, but he jizzed in the cup instead of peeing in it. And when the doctor saw it, she freaked out and said, sir, you were supposed to put urine in this, not your jizz." Basically, it was my stream from last night. I posted it if you want to go and watch that again. And it's also on my YouTube Shorts clips, so it'll help you figure out exactly what I was talking about and where it was. Okay, I'm gonna turn that down for now. That's loud. Says, what is the funniest story you have ever read on Reddit? And this says, TIFU, by throwing my steak out a window. Story had me in tears. What's classic. Nope. These aren't even stories. So what is the funniest real life story you can tell? One day in college, a teacher had stapled answer sheets to the back of every test by mistake. A few minutes after passing the tests out, his phone rang and he stepped out. Everyone had noticed the answer sheet, and we decided that we would all use it and tear it off. Hopefully he would never notice. So I checked each of the answers, and they were all correct except for the last one. We were to draw a flowchart for a process. I checked the answer sheet. Answers will vary. I drew my flowchart, tore off the answer sheet, and walked to the front of the podium to turn the test in. When I got to the podium, I had to know. I needed to see what everyone else had drawn for their flowchart. Answers will vary. Everyone had written that on their tests. I don't remember what the teacher did about it. Mind you, these students are in college. Here, this is the Reddit thread that Give me 1 second. I will read this. All those diseases are usually mentioned are the ones that mainly target humans. Other animals may not be affected as much by them. Yeah. Here we go. I will leave this right here. Give me 1 second. I need to do something. I will be right back. Back on. I have use a laugh kitty sometimes. There he goes. Okay, this story is a long one. And when I say long, I mean it's about like 2 paragraphs worth of a story. So, this says, after having sex with the 4th girl of my young life at the time, I decided to get an STD check. Not for any physical reasons, mostly for the emotional reassurance. Anyways, I called my neighbor across the street, who is 3 years older than me, basically my big brother. And I told him that I made the appointment to get checked, and I asked him what it entailed. Fuck, I can't speak. He said it wasn't too bad. They did a sperm sample, swabbed his dick, checked his blood, etc., etc. So I felt pretty prepared going in there a few days later. On my way to the clinic, I was feeling pretty nervous, so to ejaculate in a cup, but I reassured myself that it was going to be fine. When I finally got there, an older lady called my name and handed me a clear cup and escorted me to the restroom and said, "Please go in there." I was picturing more of a comfortable room where I could do my private thing of choking my chicken, but I thought, fuck it, the restroom will suffice. I remember looking around for some pornographic material because my neighbor said that they provide you with some, but there was nothing. I remember thinking, what the fuck, this place just expects us to do, to use our imagination, disappointed. I said, oh well, not like I haven't used my imagination before, so I began. Yes, masturbating over the sink. Anyways, I remember amazingly rubbing one out pretty fucking fast. Almost too fast. So I thought that I'd wait in there an additional 10 minutes because I didn't want her to think that I was some type of freak. After waiting in there for what felt like an eternity, I finally landed, handed my semen-filled cup back to the old lady nurse. Fuck. Can't speak. Who acted impatient and upset that I took so long. I began following her down the hallway. The woman set the cup on this desk table thingy, looked at it, and then picked it up again and jiggled the cup a bit. She stopped. She stopped. I held my breath as I looked at her face, as I saw it turn from confusion to sheer horror. She turns to me and goes, sir, we only need your urine. I will never forget the feeling that I had that very moment. My face got red, I immediately felt hot, my legs felt weak. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. And that was the story that I had read last night that actually made my jaw drop when I was reading it. One. After a seminar, we all went out for lunch. A group of about 15 of us. The waitress, who was very sweet, saw we were all together and saw we all had martial artist t-shirts on, so she asked us if we wanted a pic together. When she was taking the pic, she, instead of saying cheese, said, say karate. In an instant, we all shouted, no, jujitsu. She jumped back, very startled, and we all started laughing, so she realized it was a joke. Until this day, we go to the dinner and they say karate when we take a pic. That was a lot. It was hard. That was hard to read. If I'm being completely honest with you, the way they wrote it was kind of hard to read. Oh yeah, my tail yesterday, for some reason, it decided it wanted to basically like almost break in half. It was dangling by almost a thread. Excuse me. And I had to glue it back together. That shit pissed me off so bad yesterday. And it kept on coming off of the chain. Also, if y'all are hearing snoring, that's my boyfriend in the background. fall asleep when I told him not to. By the way, can y'all hear me? Is my mic okay-ish? I hope so. Can I go back? Please and thank you. There it is. On the playlist, I'm sure. Okay, I want to look at some icebergs. Scary icebergs. Ooh. Scary songs. I should move this tab over here. Also, feel free to comment a request of like something creepy or a story that you've heard before in the chat. I do not mind that. I'll be right. Keyboards. There we go. Much better. And if y'all have any scary stories of your own or experiences of your own that you would like to share in the chat, I'll read them gladly. Creepy and disturbing music iceberg chart. Toby Vlogs, here we are. Okay, so I know nothing much about music, so I'm going to skip this chart. Again, feel free to chat with me. I really do need some suggestions from people. Iceberg charts. shit, man. That's a long ass iceberg. Oh, I can. Thank God I can actually open it because I could not zoom fully into it. Dead meat. Oh no. Oh no. Fuck. I can't scroll down it. Come on, man. Put it right here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Mr. Nightmare. Okay. I'm going to shut up. Mr. Nightmare. Mr. Nightmare just looks like a regular YouTube channel that posts scary, true, or 3 disturbing true haunting stories, 3 scary true countryside horror stories. That's about what I see that he posts. Nothing much, nothing more. It's not like it's like an actual disturbing YouTube channel. Creepy make pasta. Why isn't anyone doing more creepy make pasta? Okay. I feel like this iceberg chart that I literally just found is of like things already that's scary. Like, this isn't scary. This is just pointing out somebody's YouTube channel. SCP Foundation. The SCP Foundation is a community or website of collective stories that people have made of weird, creepy anomalies and creatures that have to be contained and studied. And almost anybody can make their own creepypasta and give them their own or not creepypasta, SCP. They can make their own SCP and post it to the site, I think. SCP's 718. Wait. 2718. Mind you, I don't know too much about creepypastas, so I will have to read a lot of them. I was never much into the creepypasta. The SCP Foundation. I was never into that. I was into creepypastas though, for a good amount of time. Okay. second, I am looking for an explanation of SCP-718 or 279. SCP-718, titled What Happens After, is an SCP Foundation article describing a cognitohazardous afterlife scenario where consciousness remains in a decaying corpse, experiencing unending, excruciating agony. It reveals that upon death, one's mind may persist in a corpse, feeling it decompose, be eaten or burned for eternity. Usage examples in context. The file stems from an O5 council member, Roger Sheldon, 0511. Who was revived after dying from a stroke. He describes his terrifying experience of conscious decay. Cognitohazards. Can I get a definition of what cognitohazards are? Because I quite honestly don't understand what that means. But it says the danger is here. Essentially information that could cause you harm. Oh. So like, as if you read something that wasn't supposed to be released by the government, almost. Oh, the information itself can be physically harmful. Yeah. That's fucking cool, but also scary at the same time. The danger lies in knowing about it. Belief in this afterlife causes it to become the viewer's personal fate, making it a dangerous cognitohazard that can trigger an end of death scenario. Containment. The Foundation attempts to hide this information as knowledge of it forces one into this horrific fate. That's a pretty fucking cool SCP, if you ask me. /5050. I have no mouth and I must scream. I have gotten an explanation from my boyfriend and a couple of other videos that I've seen. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is an interesting story about three very intelligent AIs that were made in different countries. I think it was the Russian AM, the Chinese AM, and the American AM. And those three are basically one being. And they all come together and make one super AI. And they kill all of humanity and leave six people, I think, 5 men and 1 woman alive, to torture them for all eternity. I would very much so recommend that anybody who's watching go read it for yourself, watch a video on it, or play the game, or watch a video on the game. Also, the Amazing Digital Circus is heavily based or heavily inspired by the I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream book. FWD7. Here we go. Fully lost. Lost email chain containing dead body. FWD7. Reddit. What? So, when digging through the complete internet iceberg, I came across an entry at the bottom titled FWD7. I dug through Reddit, YouTube, and anything that had mentioned it before, but information is extremely scarce. From the very little information I've been able to find on it, it seems to be an email chain spread around, likely in the early 2000s, that linked to a dead or injured body. The source is unknown. I'm unsure where the name FWD7 even came from. Some conspiracy theorists link it to the government involving in the 2005 London bombings, but the correlation is pretty unclear. I doubt that the email itself is even real. Could be found, but I'm wondering if anyone has any recollection of it or information about it at all. It's mentioned in this video around 57-minute mark, but again, the information is scarce, but I am unable to dig up the 4chan thread that it is referencing. That's interesting. The house that Jack built. What that makes me think of is Resident Evil 7. The house that Jack, the father, built. It's a movie. The House That Jack Built, 2018, is a psychological horror thriller written and directed by Lars von Trier. Sorry if I butchered that name. It stars Matt Dillon as Jack, a serial killer in Washington State who recounts 5 often artistic murders over 12 years to a mysterious figure named Bruno Ganz. The film, which features Uma Thurman and Riley, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, is a dark physiological and highly disturbing exploration of art, violence, and Dante-esque themes. Sounds interesting. But it doesn't sound scary, if you know what I mean. Why does this iceberg have 2 girls, 1 cup? Oh, that is... Oh. I got very... I got very interested one time in what everybody was talking about with the 2 girls, 1 cup one time. So I asked my boyfriend if he could show me what it was. He was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm very sure." So he brings it up, and I regret even asking about it, or even being curious about it at all. I have an orange, and it's leaking. A Serbian film. I'm pretty sure I heard of a Serbian film before, but I'm going to look it up just in case. Horror and mystery. An aging porn star agrees to participate in an art film in order to make a clean break from the business, only to discover that she has been drafted into making a pedophilia and necrophilia themed snuff film. Honestly, that's not okay. Green elephant. Green elephant. I'm gonna say that since this person said they could not finish the film, that it is highly likely that it is a very disturbing film. So I am not going to just like read any of this stuff out loud right just yet. Okay, this is fine to read. So I don't understand how to read that part, but it says green elephant calf is a 1999 Russian exploitation art house horror film directed by I'm sorry, I'm not going to try and butcher your name. I'm not even going to try and say it. But the movie received a limited theoretical release in Russia, as the film's violent imagery and graphic language made it unfit for being distributed through the mainstream films circuit. The film has been shown at the 2005 International Film Festival, Rotterdam, and the program commented that the movie was even more urgent because of the escalation of the war in Chechnya and the growing criminality in Russian army. I can understand why you can't finish a film, especially when it's considered to be disturbing by even the Russian government. Or not the government. Fuck. By the Russian movie industry. August Underground. Fuck. There's no sticky shit on my hand. August Underground. I don't stream on Twitch anymore because I couldn't figure out how to share it to people very well. And I find it very much so easier to stream on YouTube than Twitch. So yes, I only stream on YouTube.
I love Roblox, but I don't have money to spend on Robux. Good thing I have Buff. With Buff,
So I'm gonna guess that this is a soundtrack to the movie for this, which apparently is disturbing. Going back to the music, Okay, August Underground is an instrumental track by Ethel Kane. Released on May 12th, 2022 as a part of her album Creature's Daughter. It is a dark ambient industrial drone song that serves as a pivotal violent narrative moment where the main character Ethel is killed by her lover. How long have I been streaming for? Well, I'm going to get off for today. I think that I've done enough streaming. And I will be streaming on Saturday around 12 or 1 p.m. Me and a couple of my friends are going to be meeting up and going exploring. So if y'all are interested in that, please do join me at that time. I will be sending it to friends and in my Discord. My Discord is in my bio if you want to join it. But that's all for now. Bye bye.